Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are. Welcome back to my channel. I really wanted to bring a video to you guys that was just chatty podcast vibes. I have my long black here, I've got my laptop, and we're ready to have a discussion about 5 tips to ensure that you can succeed with your health and fitness. So if you are new here and you're wondering what the hell my qualifications are and what my experience is, I'm an online health and fitness coach. I have been for the last 3.5 years, and I'm also heavily into the health fitness space, and I have been for the past 6 years. I also just started my first ever bodybuilding prep, so that's currently what I'm doing at the moment. And I really just wanted to bring a conversation to you guys that would help you on your own journey, because I've worked with dozens of women to help them progress in their life, and I also really want to make sure that I am bringing as much value to you guys as possible through my social medias and my content. So I want to have a discussion with you guys about 5 things that you can make sure that you implement into your life to make sure that you succeed in your health and fitness. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a coffee, grab a notepad, whatever it may be, sit down and enjoy this video. I'm going to chat your ear off quite a bit about these tips and just give you my thoughts and opinions to make sure that you do succeed in your health and fitness journey. The first tip might seem like it's a broken record, but you need to make sure that you are following a plan that works for you, not a plan that your favorite influencer is doing or completing. So what I mean by this is you have to make sure that your training plan, your nutrition plan, your habits, whatever it may be, you have to make sure that that plan suits you. Because if it is a massive task for you to complete this plan, it's not going to promote consistency and it's not going to promote longevity for you in your journey. And chances are you might try, be consistent for a few months, and then you will end up failing just because it's too hard and it's not working for you. I know there is so many different opinions and programs and things out there for free that you guys can utilize, which is amazing. Like, this wasn't around many years ago, so it's genuinely a privilege that we do have so much free content at our fingertips, but we do need to make sure that we are smart, and we do need to make sure that we discern what is going to work for us and what won't, because chances are if you follow a program that is not built specifically for you, it may do more harm than good. So for example, if your favorite influencer, I'm going to use Hannah Pearson for example, because she's a massive influencer in the health and fitness space. If you follow her nutrition plan, for example, and she's on X amount of calories, X amount of macros, and she is half your size, it's not going to do you any benefit eating to her levels. You need to make sure that you are following a plan that works for you, that accommodates for your life, and that takes into consideration the things that you do. For example, your work, your training, the stresses that you have, the schedule that you're on, all the things. Next thing is, this probably is my absolute favorite. I rave on about this all the time, and it is that your daily habits have to reflect the version that you are trying to become and the life that you are trying to build. If you are sitting there wanting to be your hottest, most fittest, most healthiest version, but you're not doing your steps, you're not eating a high quality diet, what are you doing? If you want to become successful in your business and you want to build a life that you have dreamt of, where maybe you don't have to listen to a boss, maybe you're your own boss, you can travel for work. If you are not putting in the effort every single day to build that life for yourself, you cannot sit there and complain and be upset about your life if you are not putting in the steps and putting things in motion to build a better life. It is a bit of a harsh truth, but if you're going to sit there and you're going to be somebody that complains about not having the life and not being the version of themselves that they want to be, but you're not putting in the effort to do so, I feel like you don't have the right to complain and be upset, because you are literally choosing to remain as you are. You can actively choose the opposite, and you can actively put in effort every single day to become your hottest, healthiest, most perfect version, whatever it may be. You can choose to do that. And if you're not doing it, you're choosing to remain the same, and that's on you. The way you can kind of work out how to build your daily habits to reflect the life that you want and to reflect the person that you want to become is to work your way backwards. So kind of envision what your life looks like, envision who you are as a person, what you're doing as a person, and work your way back. So for example, you can go onto Pinterest or you can go onto social medias and you can look at other people's lives and gain inspiration and just think and look at what that person is doing and then kind of fill your day-to-day with those habits. So for example, I have always wanted to be somebody that wakes up with the sun, goes for a sunrise walk, has a morning coffee, has moments to herself in the morning to set herself up for a very successful day. And what did I do? I started waking up earlier. I started waking up at 5 a.m, started going for sunrise walks. No matter if I even live away from the beach, I'm driving to the beach and doing my sunrise walks. It's little things like that, and just building out your day-to-day to reflect what that person is doing, like your highest version, that will help make sure that you build the daily habits to become that version. Now, just to preface, social media is a highlight reel. So when you are gaining inspiration from these people, please just go in it with the discernment and the knowledge that they are showing the best possible parts of their life. So please do not compare yourself and kind of get yourself into a negative spiral while you are gaining inspiration. The next one is a little bit of a sensitive topic, and I feel this one a little bit personally as a coach, and it is that a lot of people are not prioritizing their nutrition as much as they are with their training. So you need to make sure that the foods that you are eating are fueling you for your day-to-day, your day-to-day. If you are going to work 8 hours a day in a heavily, construction sort of vibe, and then you're going to the gym afterwards, you're doing 10,000 steps, you're doing a bit of cardio, maybe you're playing sports as well. If you're eating like a child, I'm sorry, but you are not taking your nutrition seriously and you are not doing your progress any good. You have to make sure that your nutrition reflects what your day-to-day requires. So what you can do is track your food for a week, see how that is reacting within your body. If you're constantly feeling tired, if you're constantly feeling exhausted, you need to eat more. If your body is constantly sore, you need to eat more protein. If your brain's not functioning and you're having brain fog, you need to have some more carbs. Maybe you are a female and her cycle has been lost for a few months. Maybe you need to have a look at your fat intake and make sure that you are eating good quality foods. You can also go one step further and work out what your maintenance calories are. So there is a wonderful equation that a lot of coaches use, and it's the Harris-Benedict equation. You can use this equation to work out your maintenance calories for a day. Try that out for a week, see how your body responds, track the foods that you eat, track the calories and macros that you consume, and then you can use that to make sure that you are building out a plan that is going to work for you. And just make sure that your calories and macros are not comprised of shit food. Make sure that you are prioritizing your fruits and vegetables, your high quality meats, where you're getting your protein from. Make sure that the quality of the food reflects how you want to feel, because if you're going to fuel yourself with shit food, heavily oiled food, highly processed food, expect your body to feel like crap. If you're going to prioritize eating foods that are whole based, so like minimal processed foods and then are of a higher quality, expect your body to feel of a higher quality. I feel like this next one should have been taught to us when we were all children, and that is that rest and recovery is paramount for your success. I feel like so many of us grew up with the notion and the mindset that there's no rest for the wicked, that you have to constantly grind to get where you want, and that hard work is honestly more praised than not doing much work at all. And I can say this on a personal note that I have always grown up and my mind is very focused on being productive, and if I'm not being productive, if I'm not doing something for my future self or my current self, whatever it may be, I do feel a little bit guilty. I will admit it. I'll be the first to put my hand up and say that I often feel guilty if I'm rotting on the lounge and just not doing anything productive. I will feel guilty because I feel like I could be doing something with my time that is just better. I will admit. But you must know that rest and recovery is crucial for your body and your mind in order to progress in, for example, the gym and your performance. So if you have aesthetic goals and you want to build a better physique, if you want to do better in your sports and your performance, you must rest and recover just as hard as you train. So you have to make sure that your sleep quality is of the highest. You have to make sure that your sleep routine is consistent. You're going to bed at the same time. You're waking up at the same time. You have to make sure that you are prioritizing these things in order for your body to be able to adapt and recover to the stimulus that you put under it during training. It's not just a constant train, hard, and you'll progress. You have to rest and recover, and you have to give your body time to adapt to that stimulus stimulus in order to actually progress forward. If you're just constantly running yourself into the ground and constantly going into your sessions and your life with the belief that the harder you work and the harder you train, the more progress you will make, that's not true. That is not true. You have to be strategic with your training and you have to be strategic with your resting in order to make sure that you are progressing. So in the gym, I would recommend that you try a 3 to 5 day training split. So if you're advanced in the gym, you can handle more. If you're not at advanced, start small and build yourself up. So go for either 3, 4, or 5 days in the gym or with your training, and then make sure that you are resting those other days. Those other days that you are resting, they can look like active rest. So you're still going for a walk, or maybe you're doing a yoga or a Pilates class, but just make sure that you're giving your body time to literally just sit and be still and not putting it under as much training stimulus as normal. And I will reiterate that your body needs to have moments of stillness. It needs time to rest and recover in order to adapt to the stimulus that you put under it during your training sessions. So my final tip to you guys to make sure that you are progressing with your health and fitness is that you have to build discipline in order to progress. There's going to be more days than not, honestly, where you're not motivated to go and do the hard things, and you have to build discipline in order to get the shit done that you need to get done. So how the hell do you build discipline? I feel like I get asked this so often, or I get asked a question along the lines of, how are you so disciplined? How are you so consistent? And it's literally through showing up in the times where it's hardest that is going to build the discipline to get things done. And the more times that you show up, the more times that you prove to yourself that you can in fact endure and go through the hard things, that is what is going to prove to yourself that you are capable of doing the hard things. And this is going to result in those hard things actually becoming easier for you to do and probably become second nature. I feel like I've just rolled down like, I don't know, like a journey. Like, you do the hard thing, it gets easier, that easier then becomes second nature. That just really just rolled off the tongue. I love it. But in all seriousness, the more times that you show up for yourself in the harder times, the easier it will be. So every time you are faced with the option of whether you give into short-term comfort or whether you go and do the hard thing. For example, it may be just going to the gym, or it might be meal prepping, or it might be going to the grocery store. Every time you choose to do the harder thing, the thing that is going to push you to progress and the thing that is going to push you to become your best version, every time you choose the hard thing, it's going to become easier. You're going to build self-trust. And you're going to build confidence in the fact that you know you can do the hard things and you are capable. This is what is going to help you show up in the times where it's so hard for you to do the things that is necessary. I feel like I kind of just yapped your ear off for like 10 or so minutes, and I'm not even mad about it because I really wanted this to be a conversation that was easy breezy, like we're having a conversation literally at the dinner table how we're set up, or like listening to a podcast. So I really hope that you did gain a little bit more knowledge, maybe a little bit more motivation, inspiration from this conversation, and can apply these things into your own health and fitness journey in order to progress, because that is what I want for all of you. I want you all to become your best version. I want you all to build the life that you dream of and that you're happy to wake up to every single day, because truly, that is me. I love my life so, so much, and it hasn't come easy. I have worked my little butt off for literally 4 years to build the life that I love, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I wake up every day excited to live my life, and I feel like every single human being should be able to experience that. So I really hope that you can implement these 5 tips to help you build a better life and help you become a better person and just progress further in your health and fitness journey. So I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully you guys did learn a little bit, gain a little bit of inspiration and motivation. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and of course leave any other video recommendations that you want me to chat about in the comments as well. I really want to try and have more videos like this on my channel where you can just click on it, watch it, get educated, gain inspiration. So if you have any particular topics that you would love for me to discuss, please just leave a comment and I will be sure to do that for you, and I'm more than happy to do that. But for now, I'm going to love and leave you. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave any comments, leave any reviews, and just make sure that you are staying up to date with my journey, because like I said, I am in my bodybuilding prep, so I'm 4 weeks in, 19 weeks to go, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to come along for my bodybuilding journey and any other videos like this. Bye!